This is Marissa Lenti, and you are about to watch a Dicejunkies gameplay video.
This is Bloodaxe, and welcome to another Dicejunkies gameplay video. As always, we hope you enjoy it. Alright, this is Bloodaxe coming at you with another Dicejunkies gameplay video. This time we're going to go over some of the recipes that have been updated for grounded Shroom and Doom. First, I'm going to show you how to get to the water lab so you can actually get the mussel sprouts for beefy smoothies. This has been a very common question I've had from other players wanting to know how to make the beefy smoothies. So from the T-Rex, if you follow the lights here, you do have to go through a series of switches to be able to open up the water lab. So that's where we're headed now. So I'm going to show you how to get to the mussel sprouts once you've unlocked the water lab. If you haven't done so or need help, there's plenty of videos on YouTube. I've already done everything, so I can't actually go back through the whole process, but there's plenty of videos out there that can show you how to get into the lab here. Alright, once you're in and you've unlocked everything, you'll see the ramp going up. There's several different switches you have to enable for this to unlock. But once you've unlocked it and you come up to this area where you actually open up the dome, if you look up on the railing around, you'll see 30 mussel sprouts. And these are what are needed in order to make the beefy smoothies. These take several days to respawn. It's not daily, so you will have to check back intermittently. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4 days, but in game time it's several days for them to respawn. And you'll need these to make the beefy versions of your smoothie recipes, which is basically the same components, but as your base, instead of using the Gastro Goo, you'll actually end up using mussel sprouts instead. Now we made it back to the base and the smoothie station. I'll go over these smoothie recipes and some of the updates that have come along with those. So we saw the mussel sprouts, so that's going to be your base. So right trigger, left trigger lets you change your base from Grub Goop, which is your normal version, versus the beefy version, which is the mussel sprout. So you can change which version you craft from there. Now, if you have the items in your inventory, you can place them over here into the 3 little recipe requirements boxes, and you can make them manually. Or if you have them close by, you can use the close proximity feature, which is very helpful when it comes to crafting recipes, especially in large quantities. You can just press A as opposed to having to make them manually. So we'll go over the recipes and some of the component changes. The first one is Green Machine, and this one gives you hyper stamina, which is extraordinarily helpful when it comes to fighting. Actually, I'll bring some of these when fighting the brood mother to help replenish my stamina quickly. But this one did change. It now has an algae requirement, a sprig, and cloverleaf, and the algae can be found pretty much all over the pond. To make a beefy version, again, just press the right trigger and you'll make a beefy version of the Green Machine. So if we press A, you'll see we'll craft a Green Machine, but it'll have a beefy variant, which you can tell by the little sparkles on the actual smoothie. Fuzz on the Rocks is the next one. This one is Mite Fuzz, Quartzite and Pebblet, and it increases your health for a short period of time. The Hedgelord replenishes your hunger and your thirst. This one is the same requirements as before: the aphid honeydew, the acorn bits, and the berry chunk. It's kind of helpful if you're doing a lot of building and you want to be able to use one item to replenish hunger and thirst. Other than that, I don't see a whole lot of need for this one, but it is pretty interesting. The Fluid Flippers, this one is actually pretty sweet, as it increases your swim speed. So if you're wanting to get through any of the water areas pretty quickly, you can use this, and the requirement is a boatman fin, lily pad wax, and the eelgrass. With workers' comp, you can carry 10 blades of grass or pieces of wood. The duration is extremely short, so I tried it a couple of times, but wasn't overly impressed with duration. If Obsidian would increase the duration of workers' comp, I would definitely use these a whole lot more. But it's so temporary that it doesn't really make it worthwhile. All right. The next one is Gastro Goo, and this was really helpful in the haze, especially whenever you're running down there and your gas mask has either deteriorated or you don't have one. So the Gastro Goo helps you a lot with not only the haze, but also if you wanted to go fight the stink bugs. So this one requires an aphid honeydew, a stink bug gas sac, and the fungal growth. And you can find the fungal growth also in the haze, both on mites and also on the weevils there. Boost Juice. So Boost Juice increases your maximum stamina as opposed to the green machine, which replenishes stamina more quickly. This one just gives you a higher stamina cap. And again, I would use this with Fuzz on the Rocks initially to fight the brood mother. I would pop both of them. But again, I realized that the duration wasn't really long enough to make it of a benefit. So I just bring green machines now. But the Boost Juice requires a raw aphid, so you will need to have one of those, acorn bits, and mushroom. All right. The next one, Liquid Gills. This one gives you additional air time while underwater. This is really helpful trying to get down to the water lab. So if you're able to find a water flea, a tadpole, and cut some eelgrass, I would definitely recommend bringing these in addition to your dive bell cap and also your flippers. Liquid Rage. This one increases your attack, and this one is very, very helpful, I think, especially when fighting brood mother. It will give you a temporary attack bonus. She is kind of tanky, so maybe having a couple of them in your quick menu to be able to pop them and keep increasing your ability to do more damage is probably a good idea, especially when you fight her for the first time. So we'll go ahead and make one of those. Human Food is the last one, and this one gives you damage resistance. It's pretty helpful whenever you're fighting, again, the brood mother, or if you're going after some of the more deadlier creatures like the wolf spider or even the bombardier beetles. Other than that, it's one of the ones that you have to really go and farm the components for. Which, if you see my other video where they have new food spawning locations to find your apple pieces, your cookie sandwich pieces, and your billy hog nuggets. So we have a Human Food there. That is pretty much the updated recipes for Grounded. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you found the content helpful. If you did so, please hit the thumbs up as it helps spread the channel for other viewers. As always, you can watch Dicejunkies live on Twitch at 3:30 Central Standard Time on Sundays. We also stream gaming content on Twitch throughout the week, so be sure to subscribe there as well. If you can, please go ahead, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're up to date on all the Dicejunkies content. As always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. They fucked my tomatoes up!